Hey guys, Loacher here. This time in front of a camera instead of, being behind a virtual one as I usually am. Before we go any further, I do want to let you know that this video has been sponsored by Rokoko. They asked me to test their tools the same way I did back in the day and deliver a fair, honest and impartial review of them. So what will this video be about? Today we'll take a look at and review the Rokoko Smartsuit Pro 2. Just like I did back in the day, I will be talking about price, durability, quality, and what the suit actually is and what it can do. From then on, we're going to move on to the Rokoko Studio Beta, which is the new version of their motion capture software, and we're going to be talking about what the new features of the program are, where it stands currently, and how it compares to the legacy version of Rokoko Studio. So what is the Smartsuit Pro 2? It's a motion capture system that uses sensors inside the suit instead of cameras to capture your movements. I've been using the Rokoko tools for every video I've made in the past 2.5 years, and based on my experience, they've been a great addition to my workflow. The only thing I would call anyone's attention to is that the suit needs a local Wi-Fi network to send motion capture data to your PC, and using a dedicated router is advised for clear recordings. So how good is the suit itself? To start off, setting up the suit is really fast. You download Rokoko Studio, plug in your Smartsuit, set your Wi-Fi settings, update the firmware if needed, and that's pretty much it. From then on, you just put the suit on, plug it into a battery, and you can record away. Quality and accuracy wise, I can say that the suit does a great job at tracking. I rarely ran into problems recording my animations, and a good portion of those could be fixed with the built-in filters of Studio. Keep in mind that you should be free of magnetic interference when using the suit, otherwise you run into some issues. I also tested the durability of the suit, and from what I've seen, it can keep up and take a hit. The general rule of thumb I found is, use padding. When you do something like falling, rolling or diving on the ground, as long as you have enough padding to keep yourself from getting hurt, the suit should be able to keep up. So if you can use mattresses or crash pads to soften up your falls, you'll be good to go. Let's move on to Rokoko Studio Beta and how it compares to the legacy version. Studio Beta is the follow-up new version of Rokoko's mocap software, and it will eventually become the main version. I've tested the new elevation tracking feature of the app because I found it really interesting, and from my experience, it works pretty smooth and straightforward. I'm looking forward to using it more in my future projects. With the app currently being in a beta, there are some things you need to work around, but it's looking promising from what I've seen. One of these things is that at this time it only works with an active internet connection. Right now the app is entirely cloud-based, but Rokoko are working on offline support, which is coming soon. For the time being, and until more features get added, I recommend using Studio Beta and Studio Legacy, which is the old version of the software, in conjunction for the things they are great at. Studio Beta will be great for recording walk cycles, static animations, and things that require elevation tracking. Studio Legacy will serve well when you need to use filters like Locomotion Legacy, which will help you record falling, rolling, and lying on the ground. From what I've seen, Legacy also produces better results when recording intense and fast animations like sprinting and running. You can see in this comparison that while the motion capture in Studio Legacy is more jumpy, it does record momentum and intensity better than Studio Beta, at least for the time being. I recommend testing new updates as they come and checking for improvements. But how much does all this cost? The Smartsuit and the Smart Gloves can be purchased separately at their own prices. Studio's basic version with the core features is free, but there are subscription tiers if you want to use some additional features. They also offer some bundles for the app and the hardware, which come with small discounts. I find it a great approach that Rokoko is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee on all of these. It's definitely an investment that you have to be sure of, so it's really handy that you have that test period for you to check things out. Overall, I absolutely recommend Rokoko's products. They help me bring a new level of realism to my films, raising the quality bar of my animations and making my workflows a lot faster. I've been impressed with what they are doing ever since the announcement of the first Smartsuit, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they develop this tech in the future. That brings us to the end of this review. I hope you found it informative and interesting, and I'll see you in the next one. Loacher out.